hello, GenRight Nation. It is August 6th, 2025, and I am Tony Pellegrino, and this is Tech Talk. Tech Talk is something that we do every Wednesday at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, regardless of where we are on the planet. So today I'm coming to you from Sturgis, South Dakota, during the annual bike week. This happens to be the 85th annual bike week here. As some of you know, I ride a Harley too, so this is what I get to do on my fun time. And I want to thank everybody for joining us. Today we are here actually to talk about Jeeps, your favorite subject and mine. How to drive them, build them, whatever. And I welcome questions and comments. You simply do that by typing one in, and Jennings can read those back to me. So you do have to be logged into your YouTube account.
I need your phone.
In order for you to actually be able to comment. So, please log in, because I love the interaction for sure. Let's see. Today's show, I actually have a ton of stuff to talk about. And I want to get right to it. I've got some new stuff to show you. We've talked about it briefly, but it's fully launched and available now. So I did want to talk about that stuff. Jennings, do you want to tell me who's watching, or you're not quite ready for that?
I can tell you.
Okay.
All right. Kathy McCavis
Hey, Kathy.
is watching. JC Cologne says, hello, GenRight Nation. Richard Peterson says, just waiting. Rick Turner says, hey, Arkansas Rick here. Jeeps are definitely my favorite subject. Time for school.
There you go.
Mark Lawrence says, hello from Sierra Trek in NorCal.
Oh, all right.
Hi,
Nice.
Mark. Pam. Trail Team 7 has a question.
Okay.
Which hole did you end up putting the rear sway bar in? And Jennings, how was the ride?
So we did it in the furthest out hole, which is 14 and a half inches center to center. So center of the sway bar to the center of where the bolt is drilled and tapped. And by the way, if you already have your sway bar, then you have to drill it and tap it. But those from now on will be coming from us, drilled and tapped, where we want you guys to put those. So sorry if you got one that wasn't drilled and tapped, but 14 and a half inches, and it worked great. Okay.
Oh, well, the ride was great.
Yeah.
On
It was
the
great.
Rubicon.
We didn't get too much sway bar whiplash.
No.
We were loaded, so.
I was impressed the whole time.
Yep. Yeah, she constantly commented on how stable and planted it felt compared to before, where she felt a lot more tippy and sketchy. I'm
Jeff.
talking for her.
Jeff Lone says, hey, everyone.
Hey,
Matt McDonough says, made it home just in time.
nice.
Robert Fisher says, what's up, GenRight Nation? Bobby Lavoie says, hello from Whittier. Foolish Habit LJ says, good evening from Kentucky.
Nice.
Road King Robert says, hello from Long Island.
Oh, cool.
Travers Enslow says, hey, GenRight Nation. Carlos Marin says, hello from Orlando, Florida. Jeep Adventure says, Jennings, you are loud and Tony is quiet. Okay, lean forward, Tony P.
She might have to cup her hand. She's on the microphone side, and I'm not. So, yeah, she can, like, if she just does that, you should be able to hear me a lot better.
Robert Fisher says, 2015 two-door JK on 1-ton Dynatrax. Was bummed to hear the stage 1 won't work for me since I have a rear frame chop bumper. Is there another kit that might work?
We made a rear frame fix. So for those folks that had chopped it, we ran out of those. Obviously, we weren't getting any calls for it. But we could certainly revive that if we've got people that are willing to buy that. I can bring that back. It's easy enough for us to just make more. Call and talk to your sales guy. Tell him, hey, Tony mentioned you'd put my name on a list to make more of these. And we will definitely make more when I get back next Wednesday.
Keith Nieses says, hello, GenRight. Look forward to Tech Talk every Wednesday.
Nice, thank you.
Trail Team 7 reminds everyone to go like the page. Thanks for that.
Yep. Yeah, subscribe and turn on your notifications. That way you're getting it. I really appreciate everybody who joins us every week. That is really nice. I can't even tell you how grateful I am for all of you to take time out of your day to listen to me jibber jabber. Obviously, some of you find it beneficial, so or entertaining or something. So appreciate it.
David Mork says hello.
Nice.
And there's a bunch of people jumping on still.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's get to it. For those of you that receive our newsletter, we just announced that we've got a gas tank sale going on. So if you're in need of one of our gas tanks, they are the best, and in some cases the only ones on the market. 20 years, certainly for myself, 20 years, and we're happy to offer those because they really allow you to do a lot with your suspension or at capacity or whatever. Just get a quality tank that's not plastic, that comes with a good skid plate. And like we did on the stage 1, we relocated the tank from the middle of the Jeep to the back so we could do the double triangular 4-link. So there's a lot of advantages, and we've got a ton of information on our website, and certainly you're welcome to call in and talk to our guys who are very knowledgeable about the tank too. Next thing on the list.
Rick Turner says best jibber jabber in the business. Shamrock Adventures Patrick says, hey Tony and Jennings, I'm sure you're enjoying Sturgis.
We are. As you can see behind me, the weather is beautiful. It's probably still almost 90 degrees right now. It's so green here. Now, it's green here because it rains every night, okay? I'm not gonna kid you. There's plenty of rainfall here to keep this green. But it is one of the most beautiful places in the summertime. I hear the winter's pretty miserable, but yeah, in the summertime, this is the place to be. And normally this is a small town, so there's very few stoplights and stop signs and things, so it's perfect for riding a motorcycle. A lot of tourists are here. Of course, there's Mount Rushmore, very patriotic place to visit, and honors a lot of our service men and women. So really quite, if you've never been here, I highly recommend it, whether you're on a motorcycle or in a Jeep or whatever. By the way, that's one of the things I want to talk about. This weekend, GenRight is hosting our annual, this is our second annual, but our annual Black Hills Run this weekend, this Friday and Saturday. Our ambassador Troy Merritt is going to be leading that off with the assistance of several local guys, including Wes Ferenga, who I'm sure is also watching. He's our local dealer here at on Cedar Street Off-Road and Auto. So super nice guy. If you're ever in the area and you need any service, or if you want him to build a Jeep, he's done many of our elite suspensions. Great guy. He's worked in the industry for a long time. So.
Richard Peterson asks
Sure.
for part 2 of my Rubicon video.
Oh.
I'm working on it.
Yeah,
I'm editing it.
Yeah.
I have to edit it from the back of a motorcycle.
Oh.
But I'm almost done. I got it. I'm gonna post it soon.
You guys are keeping the pressure on her. I appreciate that. She's easily distracted, so
Probably tomorrow.
probably tomorrow. Okay, let's hold her to that.
Jason Carver asked, will the front frame side track bar bracket in stage 1 need to be relocated when moving to stage 4?
Nope. That's one of the beautiful things. The cross members, those things that you're welding in to the frame, are the same location for stage 1, 2, 3, 4 for sure. Great question. I appreciate that.
Daniel Partita says, ditto. We're very grateful that you take the time to answer all our questions and flood our brains with great knowledge.
Good.
Kathy McCavis asked, to use your scissor jack, can a heavy-duty cordless drill be used to run the jack up and down? Would that have enough power?
Yeah, as long as the cordless drill has a low range. So I've got a Milwaukee and it's got like a high speed and then a low. It needs the low to actually run that thing up. The other thing you could do is, say your drill doesn't quite have enough to get it all the way up. What you can do is you can use the drill to get the bulk of it out of the way and then do the hand crank for the last little bit, or ratchet wrench. You can do a couple different things, but yeah, you can at least get the slow part done with the drill for sure.
Trail Team 7 says party at the Chip.
Party at the Chip, yeah. Right now we're actually on the back patio of the house we're staying at, which is right off the main street here, and it's beautiful. You can probably hear a lot of bikes and stuff going by. It's very busy. This is the middle of the whole rally, so it's quite exciting right now for sure.
Robert Fisher says Sturgis versus Daytona Bike Week.
Depends on who you talk to. Obviously this is very traditional here, and a lot of people like this. It's a great summer getaway. You certainly wouldn't want to be in Daytona right now. So for a lot of people, this is their, August is their vacation time. Daytona Bike Week is much earlier in the year. It is a good time too, but definitely a different. And for us coming from the West Coast, that's twice as far as getting here. So to ride the motorcycle here, we take a 5-day route. We stay off the main interstates and we ride all these cool, national parks and stuff. And even if we haul butt to Daytona, it would be 5-7 days. So that's a long time on a motorcycle with all the different weather and everything. So Jennings is making adjustments here. Okay.
Wait.
Oh, yep.
Tyler Louston says, "What's up, Tony? So jealous. I want to bring my Dyna Street Bob."
I'll tell you what. If you are any kind of a rider at all, you should definitely get here. I just met up with Craig Bullion-Campo from Jeep. He's in Michigan. He's here for the first time. It's his first time, and we ran into him out at Hewlett today, where it is No Panty Wednesday. So I'm sure that sounds very attractive to all the guys. Sorry, girls, if that offends you. It's not my
Tony
deal.
had no panties on all day. It was crazy.
Yeah. Oh boy, let's not even go there.
William Goslin says, "Hiya, Tony. See you at Turkey Run."
Awesome.
KS Durham says, "Installed the Dynatrack Hardcore plus XD60 axles on my 16 JKU Rubicon. Passenger e-brake line needed to be longer due to the fuel tank. Control cables made a line and it fits perfectly. Needed your fuel tank."
Perfect.
Daniel Partita asks, "Is the Jeep JKU 25-gallon fuel tank not available with the aluminum skid? Crossed out on the website."
It is available with the aluminum skid. Call in and talk to my guys. It might just be out of stock right at this moment, but like everything, we can make more. So that's what we put in Jennings Jeep. So I was able to grab one right out of stock. Hopefully I didn't grab the last one, but yeah, they're definitely available.
William says, "I hope you didn't lose that Wild West 4x4 pin."
No, I did not.
And Tyler says, "See you in Tennessee. It's my birthday week at Jeep Invasion."
Oh, nice. Nice. I won't be there. Jeff, Troy, and several other folks are going to be there. But please stop by and see us. They're going to have the new TJ half doors. We're going to talk about that too. They're going to have a bunch of new stuff to show you guys. So you're going to want to be there. We're going to have a Jeep that looks very much like, to the average person, it looks identical to Aftershock. Will be there at JLU. So yeah, lots of good stuff to go check out at Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion for sure.
Caught up.
I wanted to give a shout out. Can you switch back to my pictures?
Oh,
that I
yes.
had it open.
Yes.
Yeah. These are the people helping Troy this weekend for our Black Hills event.
Want me to read it?
Yes, please.
Okay. Troy says, let's give a shout out to Wes Faringa, Charlie Smith, John Woodward, and Steve Heron for all their help in organizing the Black Hills experience. Being local, they came up with ideas, scouted potential trails, and will be assisting with the actual event.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thanks,
Super
guys.
Cool. We really appreciate that, guys. And for those of you that haven't been to one of our events, it takes a lot to put one of these things on. We did print special shirts for this, stickers. Everybody's going to get a swag bag that's attending. So lots of cool stuff.
Oh, Trail Toys Off-Road says, "Tell Kevin we said hey from Alaska.
Oh,
Hope you
nice.
guys are enjoying the ride."
Yes, we are.
Beautiful weather.
Yeah, beautiful weather. And Kevin, I can't remember how old he is. He's getting near 70. He did the whole ride out here with us, and I gotta hand it to him, man. We had hot, we had hail, we had every weather condition to definitely push the limits. And you know, part of it is that's what I love. To me, it's about the adventure, and to me, it's very similar to what you experience in a Jeep, right? You can't be a wuss and own a Jeep. You got to be hardy, and I love that about both things, and they're both American. And, you know, to me, that's just awesome stuff.
Jason Berger said, just jumped in, taking the wife to her birthday dinner.
Ah, nice.
Happy birthday.
Good man. Yeah, happy birthday.
He,
Awesome.
yeah, he said it was a lot, but had a blast. Kevin.
Yep. I'm glad you made it back already. Let's see. The new half doors, aluminum half doors for the TJ, YJ, LJ, CJ7. They're now available. Really good pictures on our website. I actually put some right here on my laptop. I don't know if you want to try and flip through those. Let's see if we can do it. I can turn this around. And let's start. Is it gonna work?
Yeah. Tilt it down. Oh, I see my reflection.
You do?
No, I gotta hide.
Is that better?
I gotta hide.
Is that better?
No, it's terrible.
It's terrible?
Okay, hold on. Let me make this shorter.
Well, they can go over to the website too. I just figured I'd try it. Can you see now? Is that better?
And let me turn this off. There's like the light on.
Oh, this little guy. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, I'll do it.
Yeah, you do it. You're down just a little bit. Right there. Okay.
There.
So, you ready to flip through?
Sure.
I can't even see what we're looking at.
Oh, it's still like just so much me. Hi. Hi, you guys. Hi.
Okay, so all of these, I just copied these pictures off our website. They're all there in great detail to show you how beautifully we've made these. They have a brand new inside door panel. They have a hand hole that's lasered in to close it. You do have to choose between the TJ LJ or YJ CJ door latch. And what else? They come with stainless steel hinges and hardware, and they will accept our door bags. They will accept our armrests, and they will accept best top soft upper windows. So a lot of information there. It's all over on our website. So after this show, do not leave the show. After the show, you can go over and check it out. And
it's just like I'm looking at myself. Hi.
Yeah. Can they see anything?
Yeah, it's just very reflecty.
Okay. Yeah, the screen's it's not bad.
Yeah.
And we're outside.
I know, I'm trying.
Have I already gone through the whole show?
I think so.
Okay.
Okay,
right,
good.
We've had enough.
Okay, good.
Okay. So, my paper flew away.
How was Tesla?
Tesla was pretty good.
They rocked.
They did rock. The guy, the lead singer, sounded great. The band sounded great. The full throttle, you're right up close.
He sounded just like the album.
Yeah,
even live.
Yeah,
even
so.
the guy's old, but he really rocks. I was impressed.
Yeah, and it was cool, but where we are compared to that is an hour away. So then you got a long ride back on the motorcycle at night. So that makes for some interesting riding, dodging deer and other varmints, including some of the drunkards out there on the road.
Oh,
whoa, go easy there.
Whoa. Okay. Trail Team 7 says, I know Sonic has the PSC set up, but I've watched the video a few times and didn't see a steering stabilizer on Shane's. With your front end system, do you not need a stabilizer?
Well, we did the big box on Shane's, the PSC big box, and that thing is, I think it's out of like a 2-ton truck. It's so strong that no, it did not need a steering stabilizer. But I do know that we've had some customers put one on. Now, I don't know what steering box they had, if they just left the stock one or upgraded at all. But some customers did install a Sturgis.
Robert Fisher asked, any chance of the GenRight armrest fitting the factory JK half doors? Hint, hint.
At one time I made some little adapters, because those are rectangular, right? And what we did was I found some Delrin that fit inside there, and we just trimmed it and pounded it in, and then just drilled the hole to fit the armrest, and it worked perfect. You could do it out of wood. You could, form it out of silicone. There's a bunch of stuff you could do to make them fit. But for us, I can try and get to that, making little adapters some point in the near future. But I don't know if it'll work for me. I think I'd take my own action and try and make an adapter.
Oh, Junior said, Tony, I would love one day to ride with you guys and take my friends. We all need to have GenRight Jeeps to go? No, you don't have to.
No. So yeah, when we talk about going on one of our runs, everybody's welcome. Obviously, you need the proper equipment, whether it's lockers or tire size or whatever, to go on the run we're going on. And many times we do have open seats. And like when we go to Johnson Valley, a lot of people will come and join us and ride with us for the day. And that way they can experience the whole thing. So, okay. Next, Jamie told me that we got the brand new apparel in. So that's t-shirts, hats, bunch of new stuff. It's all listed on the website. It's all available. So they can ship that immediately. So go over to the website and you can order that stuff, including I saw new socks. There's lots of new stuff. We talked about the Black Hills run this weekend. Next, after the Black Hills run, which is what I'm going home for, is our annual big Jeep night in Simi Valley. We pull out all the stops. Many of our marketing partner companies are there, Rugged Radios and Edelbrock and PSC, and like lots of the company names that you hear me talk about are there. They'll have booths there, and we'll have our articulation ramp. We usually have lots of swag, and we do a raffle and like the whole thing. So that's August 15th in Simi Valley. That's a Friday, and that typically starts at about 5 o'clock and goes to about 10. So if you're looking to, it's really just a meet and greet, but we're doing some extra fun stuff, and there's food nearby. There's a Italian joint, a Mexican joint, an all-American, place. So lots of stuff to choose from. After that, I leave a couple days later for our NorCal overland trip. You guys have heard me talk about this. This is going to be a 4-day off-road camping trip that requires 4-wheel drive. And we just did our Central Cal one. This is the NorCal one. And my co-driver, Nick Repinich, has mapped out the entire thing. It sounds really cool. For those of you that have signed up, I've already confirmed that you're ready to go, and I'm sending the details tonight of where we're going to meet and everything we're doing. So stay tuned for that. And then, of course, somebody mentioned Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion. That is on the same dates as my overland trip. That's why Jeff's going there, and I'm going. He'll be east and I'll be west, kind of A team, B team, and him and the guys will be back there doing their thing at Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion. So you'll have a chance to see GenRight on either coast. And then, of course, I'd love to talk more about how our stage 1 on Sonic dominated the Rubicon. So if there's any more questions on that, I know somebody just mentioned, Jennings Part 2 video that she's working on, so that'll be up soon. And what else? I don't know if I told you guys, but we did put brand new Fox 2.5 shocks on right before we left, and the ones they sent me were actually an internal bypass IBP version of that shock. So that was fun to be able to test that too. So yeah, lots of good stuff. What are the questions that we got right now?
Jamie Condi says, Tony, see you in a few weeks in Pigeon Forge. Bring Sonic to the Windrock Roaring ride.
Nice.
Jeff's going to that, though.
Yeah, Jeff.
That's it.
That's it. Really?
Yeah.
We did that good?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Obviously, additionally, runs, we have our turkey run coming up in November over Thanksgiving.
The GenRight Jeff, yes. The one and only.
And then we have our Christmas crawl in Simi Valley that we do every year also. So, and then of course we'll be at Trail Hero, and we've got some other fun stuff planned. I think we switched my birthday trip from Johnson Valley to Big Bear, so stay tuned on that. I think we're worried about it being too high, so we're gonna go to Big Bear instead, right there. They do have a fire there right now.
Yeah, what about the fire?
Well, it'll be gone in a month, so I think we'll be fine.
Rick Turner asks, when you get back, what's the next step for the budget TJ?
Okay, so that's a great question. I actually started talking to Sergeant Jeep about axles and stuff, and we did check the Jeep that I got, and it does have a Dana 35 in the rear, so I was hoping it had a 44, and all I needed to do was get a 44 for the front. Well, that's not the case. So now I'm going to source some JK or JL 44s to put in it. So that's going to give me a little bit wider axle, which will actually be good, because then I don't have to have the super offset wheels, which will reduce my scrub radius. These are all things I've talked about in the past, but we're going to be showing you guys how to do this. We will have to relocate the spring purchase a little bit, not a big deal, but this will be something that all of you can easily do as well. A lot of these parts are readily available, so just in the planning process, we've already had to switch things up a little bit, and I did want to relay that, so I'm glad you asked about that.
Jamie Gandhi says, budget TJ, what happened to the budget YJ?
Yeah, the budget YJ, man, you must not catch this show very often. The budget YJ was sold about a year ago, and we wheeled with the new owner over the 4th of July. Up in the Sierras.
Bass Lake.
Yeah, and
Craig
is super happy with it, and just loves it. He's also got a full GenRight tracer build, but for just bopping around on fire roads and stuff, he considers that to be overkill, and he loves the little YJ. So he loves the simplicity of it, and we're gonna kind of try and keep the TJ in that same vein. So yeah, it's. I'm looking forward to getting started on that thing. Jamie and I are going to run out when I get back. We're going to run out and get a bunch of video on the budget TJ so you guys can see it before we start.
His son, Jamie. Don't get excited, yeah. Jamie.
And Josh Nasser has convinced me, because he's got a little TJ too. We're going to take them in stock form, and we're going to go try some trails that all of you would run, and so kind of do it before, and then we'll start working on them, and then we'll do the after. And I think, as I mentioned before, we're going to build up this budget TJ to go do the Rubicon, and so therefore it would be pretty capable on just about any trail. So I think everybody will like that.
Rick Turner said, yep, I wish I would have went with the JL Rubicon axles for my mid upgrade.
Yeah, you do have to deal with that fad thing they got in the front end and get rid of it and put a one-piece axle in there. Not the end of the world, but the JL axles are a really thick wall, so that helps. And if you buy one out of the newer, Rubicons, some of them even came with 513 gears, so you can get really low gears, which is great. Then you don't have to do anything, just throw them in.
Michael Costin said, good evening from Fort Myers Beach, GenRight Nation.
Nice.
Troy Merritt says, hello from Nebraska, loaded and ready.
All right, so it's only a day drive for him to get up here, so we'll see him tomorrow.
John Salvaggio says, good evening, Tony and Jennings. It was mentioned earlier that stage 1 doesn't work with a frame chop bumper. Can you explain why?
Well, what happens is it gives you nowhere to mount the rear tank. So that when you take off those mounts back there, it kind of creates a problem. Now, you know, if you're clever, you can fab some stuff up yourself. They mount to the rearmost body mounts. But we did make a kit that replaced all that. It's obviously it's all out of laser cut and formed material, but and that it was pretty reasonably priced. I think it was like $299 or $199. It wasn't very much. But you know, we, like I said, if people call in and they want that, we can make some more. But you know, we need to make like 20 at a time. So I just need, you know, a few people to jump in and say they want to order them, and then we can make some more. But yeah, you can fab it yourself. Obviously, that whole frame chop thing isn't ideal. And you know what the bummer is our bumper sits right up against the factory frame, and even with the frame chop, people didn't gain any more than that. So it's kind of a bummer that they hacked that up. But whatever, it's already done. It's like crying over spilled milk.
Rick Turner said that's a great idea for the before and after.
Yeah.
Bobby Cleveland says, I'm getting ready to start on a YJ. LS swap is already done. Has Super 60 axles. I want to stay on leaf springs. Your thoughts?
Yeah. I would get some good Alcan or Deaver leaf springs. They're multi-leaf packs. They've got sliders, little Teflon sliders in between each spring. They've also got better eyes on the ends of the springs for really good articulation, and those will perform. You know, I'll be honest, the reason I don't normally recommend people buying those kinds of springs is because they're really close to the cost of a coilover. But I totally get it. Keeping leaf springs, you know, really simplifies a build, and you know, it's gonna still work really good and help you get the thing, you know, out and about without, you know, the major teardown that a full coilover replacement would be too. So.
Cole Osmondson asked, what about 392 axles in a JK?
Yeah, those are the ones I'm talking about. You know, because they came with lower gears, they're thicker wall. Those would be great in a JK if you wanted to put those in. They are a little bit wider. Those are going to be 68 or 68 and a half, which is close to what we normally run in 70. So you're really getting there. That's going to get you within about a half inch on each side of, you know, where we're at, you know, for scrub radius, so with wheel offset.
Alex Israel says, hey guys, I'll see you in Tennessee. Will you see Jeff?
Nice, yeah.
And who else?
Jeff, Troy, Chase.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we got a bunch of guys going back there. So.
Oh, I wish we were going. Michael Costin asked, with the high clearance front bumper, what would be the best place to mount my shock reservoirs? I have them vertical on those frame horns right now.
Yeah, you know, you're going to be limited on the length of the hose and the orientation without loosening some fittings and stuff. So I've seen people actually trim the top of our bumper and just have the reservoir sticking up a little bit out of the top. Looks kind of cool. So maybe consider doing that and kind of leaving them in the location you got now.
Okay, caught up.
All right. Well, heck, we've done pretty good here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Was there anything else I wanted to talk about? We've got Sonic with stage 1. We've got the budget TJ going. I'll be back in the studio next Wednesday, so we'll be talking to you about everything back, you know, there. And I'll probably do another where I sit down with, you know, Jeff and Andrew and maybe Arnold, where we talk about, you know, the different ways to build it. Now that we're definitely on the JK or JL axle path, and then talk about that. So what I was going to do is give everybody a budget and tell them they've got to be able to build it within this budget, and we'll see how they do. So I'm going to give them that as a homework assignment. So.
Nick's Adventures, any updates on the JL Stage 1 kit?
So we're waiting on some shocks from Fox to verify the extended and compressed, and as long as those stay within the specs that they say they are, then we're gonna have it done. So honestly, they're waiting for me to get back to kind of verify all that stuff. So, but I'll be back next week, and we'll be flying again on product development. So.
Target Outdoors asked, why is the tracer not double triangulated like the Elite and the JL systems?
So the tracer was originally a duplicate of what we had on our 4500 race car. So that was the intention with that is we pushed that forward based on customer requests. That's the way it got released, designed and released. We are, somewhere in the realm, would love to offer that in a double triangulated version. But meantime, you can get our Legend kit in the double triangulated version if you want to go that route. So, by the way, that's how I'm going to build my budget TJ in the future. Not initially, but definitely.
Rick Turner says, I won a $1,200 coupon for Bilstein shocks. Is there a reservoir shock that you recommend for the TJ?
Yeah, I think you got to go to their 7100 series to get the reservoir from Bilstein. So, yeah, and Jeff's our in-house Bilstein expert. So either go on the Bilstein site or talk to Jeff, and he'll be able to help you.
Troy, you missed the shout out. But I can do it again.
Sure.
I don't mind.
Sure.
All right, let's give a shout out from Troy and us to Wes Faringa, Charlie Smith, John Woodward, and Steve Heron for all their help in organizing the Black Hills experience. Being local, they came up with ideas, scouted potential trails, and will be assisting with the actual event. Thanks, guys.
Yep. We really appreciate all the extra help we get.
Thank you, Troy.
Not with just this Black Hills, but all the different events we do. There's a lot of people that volunteer and jump in. Some are customers and friends, but all these guys are awesome to make it all happen. So,
Michael Costin said 8100 DSAs.
there you go. The 8100 is a great shock. You're into I think they call that a 2.6. They do it a little bit larger than the 2.5. And yeah, that's going to be a good shock.
Okay.
All right. So if we don't have any other questions, then we are going to wrap it up. Thanks everybody for joining us from our live location, and I look forward to seeing everybody next Wednesday. We'll be back at GenRight. Jennings and I will be back there, and we'll have a bunch more good information for you to get out to you. So until then,
Hold on.
Oh, what do you got?
Couple questions.
They just shot in. Okay.
Joshua Whitesides, do you ever plan on making a trip to Texas with Sonic?
We can certainly put that in the mix for 2026.
Yeah, Sonic wants to go visit
And
Terlingua,
I
Texas.
so there's also, I mix in trips to see my dealers. So I know in October I'm bringing Sonic down to my San Diego Ambassadors Jeep Night, which is also where Bent Motorsports is. So I'll be there and displaying that. And if we get interested dealers in Texas, then I can take that out there and show that off too, independently of doing events. So yeah, all of that is definitely possible.
And then Jason Carver said, Tony, I'm tired of my daughter and son-in-law borrowing my Jeep. The wife and I decided we're going to build them their own. What do you think, Tracer LJ or Elite JK?
Well, those are both great platforms. It really depends on if you need the 4 doors. Because the 4 doors also give you a 4-inch wider vehicle. So I'm not sure where you live or what kind of wheeling you guys are doing, but sometimes having that more narrow LJ platform can get you to squeak through, tight spots quite a bit easier than the bigger JK platform. So otherwise, wheelbase is almost the same. You're talking about 116 versus 115. So that's good. The JK is a little bit heavier just to start with. So if weight's an issue, then you certainly lean toward the LJ. But both kits are just awesome performing kits. We have so many videos on our website of both of those kits out wheeling, and you can just see how well they perform. So yeah, I guess it kind of depends on how much you can pick up the starter vehicle for, and that might lead you in one direction or the other. So.
Joshua Whiteside said, I'd like to actually wheel with you, race with you for years.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Awesome. That'd be awesome.
Bradley Lanciano says hi from sunny Western Australia.
Wow. Nice.
That's cool.
Nice.
And Michael Costin said, how is Sturgis? Last time I was there, I drove the rig through Black Hills, Badlands, with 52-foot steel beams on the trailers in the snow. Wow.
Yeah, it's this time has been very warm. I don't remember a warm bike week like this for, I don't know, 5, 7, 8 years. I love it. I love it when it's warm. Jennings and I have been here where we've had to wear jackets the entire time. And, in the summertime, I don't want to wear a jacket. I want to enjoy it. So it's nice. There is a lot of people. It's the 85th. So there's a lot of people. And I always describe it, it's like this. It's like the 4th of July at the lake, right? You get a lot of people that come out this one time of year. So, they got old tires, they're rusty riders, they're just not regular in tune people. And, great, I'm glad they're out here, but man, you got to watch out for those folks. They're the ones that turn into a statistic. And, there's 700,000 people here. So you can just see the numbers can add up quick.
Troy asked, any hail?
We've had hail several times.
All right, that's a great tech talk. Thank you. Have fun.
Nice. All right. Well, thanks, everybody. As always, really grateful and appreciative that you guys have joined us. And we will see you next Wednesday from the studio at GenRight.
Bye.